Click subscribe to Proper English Online for more real English conversations with native speakers every week. Like my lessons? Support me on Patreon. Patrons can download every worksheet for every lesson. And don't forget to get the free listening scripts at properenglishonline.com. Just click the link below. Hey guys, this is Lee from Proper English Online, and this is the worksheet video for Pre-Intermediate Lesson 5, Booking a Day Trip. So, in this lesson we're going to learn some phrases for making requests, that's asking people to help you. Also, some phrases for responding to requests. So when someone asks you to do something, how can you respond? Also, we'll learn some ways of making offers, similar to requests. And also, we'll talk about politeness today, some ways to sound more polite when we're speaking, some phrases to use that are more polite. And finally, we'll learn some various phrases from the conversation. Okay guys, so before we start learning this vocabulary, let's take a look at our worksheet. You'll see we have this PDF file, the first 2 pages has the listening script, and there are a few missing words. So I'd like you to listen again and try and fill in these missing words. So you can listen 2, 3 times, as many times as you like. Just get those missing words and write them down. Okay, so when you've done that, we'll come back and look at this vocabulary. So I'll see you in a bit.
Hey Bob, how are you doing?
Oh, hi. Yeah, all good. How's the family?
Oh, good as ever. I was wondering if you're still running the boat trips this summer. You know, the fishing trips out by the islands.
Oh yeah, of course. It's a good earner when the tourists come. First one's in June.
Sounds great, but actually I've got some old friends coming up from London. They've never visited here before and they want to go fishing. I was wondering if you would be able to organize a private trip.
Oh yeah? Into fishing, are they?
Well, actually, they've never gone fishing before, these guys, but...
Ah, typical city boys, are they?
Well, yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Well, I can show them how it's done, and we've got plenty of fishing rods.
Oh really? So, can we do it?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Just let me know when you'd like to go.
Well, we're thinking July, but the thing is we wondered if you could go on a Sunday.
Don't usually work on Sundays, though.
I know, Bob, but really Sunday is the only day we can do it. I'd be happy to pay you extra. Just name your price.
Well, I'll have a think about the price, but alright, we can do a Sunday.
That's great. Thanks, Bob.
Now, before we go, I'll need a list of everyone who's coming.
Sure, that's no problem. I'll get that to you as soon as I can.
Alright then. So, we're down for July then. I can't promise the weather will be good, but hopefully the sun will be shining.
Yeah, let's hope so. You have my number, right, Bob?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Good. Give me a call if you have any questions.
I'm sure I'll be right. But please don't forget to send me that list of people.
I'll send it very soon. See you soon then, Bob.
See you.
Okay guys, now we should have filled in those missing words and gone through the script. So let's take a look at some sentences that we heard in the conversation. So this one here, I was wondering if you're still running the boat trips. The guy was talking to the sailor guy, asked him if he's still running some boat trips, still doing boat trips. Then he said, yeah, I don't see why not. We heard this phrase too. Also, I was wondering if you would be able to organize a private trip. This one too, can we do it? This one as well, please don't forget to send me that list. This one here, we wondered if you could go on a Sunday. And this one too, all right, we can do Sunday. And this one too, I'd be happy to pay you extra. These are all some phrases. I've highlighted the key words there in a different colour, like can we, I was wondering if, please don't forget to, stuff like that. I'd like you to put these phrases in this table that you can see on your worksheet on maybe page 3. As you can see, one is already done for us, making general inquiries. This one is, I was wondering if you're still running the boat trips. I was wondering if, that's a general inquiry. So guys, I'd like you to fill in the table with the phrases that we already looked at. Let's pause this video, put these phrases in each category. So we've got making offers, making requests, and agreeing to requests. So let's pause this video, put those phrases in the correct box. Okay guys, so let's take a look now on this page. We'll see. Okay guys, so let's take a look at our answers. Let's do making requests first. So for this we have 4 phrases. So please don't forget to send me that list. We wondered if you could go on a Sunday. This one too, I was wondering if you would be able to organize a private trip. And finally, can we do it? All these ones are making requests. So can we? I was wondering if you would be able to. I wondered if you could, and please don't forget to send. Now, let's look at this phrase here. So please don't forget to send, please don't forget to, verb, right? Some kind of verb phrase. We wondered if you could, verb, go. I was wondering if you would be able to, verb. And finally, can we, verb, or can I, can you, whatever. How about making offers? So here, what phrases do we have for making offers? I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to pay you extra. So I'm saying, I will pay you extra. Do you want me to pay you more? I'd be happy to do it. It's making an offer. And I'd be happy to, verb as well, pay. Now how about agreeing to requests? A few more here. Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, sure. All right, we can do a Sunday. I don't see why not. Yeah, all right, we can do that. So let's take a look at these phrases in a bit more detail. So let's look at the ones for making requests first. Which phrases do you think are the most polite? I want you to put them in order 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 is the most polite. Number 4 is the least polite. So what do you think? Which one is the most polite phrase? Which is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th most polite phrase? Pause this video and think. Okay guys, so I would say that the most polite phrase here is I was wondering if you would be able to. This one is very polite. I was wondering if you would be able to organise. Very polite, it's very long. Longer phrases are always more polite in English, generally. How about the 2nd most polite? I would say, I was wondered if you could. I wondered if you could. We wondered if you could, sorry. This one is very similar, isn't it? Just a bit shorter. We wondered if you could. We wondered if you would be able to. Same meaning, just a little bit less polite, tiny bit less polite. 3rd most polite, I would say, is please don't forget to. Please don't forget to do that. Please do it for me. And finally, can we, or can I, or can you? This one here is polite, but it's just a little bit less polite than the other ones. So let's take a look at these phrases again for making requests, offers, agreeing, general inquiries. Which words are stressed in the phrases? Okay, and also, are there any weak sounds or linking in the phrases? Let's look at this one at the first one. I was wondering if you're still running the boat trips. So are you still running it? Can we still do it? This one, stress first. I was wondering if. I was wondering if. Big stress on wondering, smaller stress on if. I was wondering if you're still running. By the way, after this one, we add some kind of sentence. Wondering if you're still doing something. How about the rest of them? Okay, also any linking here? Or any linking here or weak sounds? I was wondering if, well, no linking there, but there's definitely a was sound there. It's not I was wondering, it's I was wondering. How about the rest of them? Which words do we stress? Is there any linking? And are there any weak sounds? Pause this video and think. Okay, let's do the making offers phrase there. I'd be happy to pay you extra. First stress, I'd be happy to pay. So we stress the verb. I'd be happy to pay you extra. Any linking? Well, here we got I'd be. It's a bit tricky to say that. So what we normally say would be I'd be. The D kind of disappears and you get kind of a B, kind of like an sound for me. I'd be happy. Now, any weak sound there? There is on to. I'd be happy to pay you extra. Again, I'd be happy to pay you extra. So I'd be happy to becomes I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to pay you extra. Cool. How about these ones for agreeing to requests? So yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. A big stress on don't, small stress on not. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Any linking here? I don't see why not. Not really. No weak sounds either. Maybe in this next one. All right, we can do a Sunday. All right, we can do a Sunday. So here, all right, and then we stress the verb in this case. But what happens to we can? It's not we can, it's we can. We can. More like this sound, we can. All right, we can do a Sunday. Again, all right, we can do a Sunday. We can, we can, we can. Okay guys, so let's continue. So let's take a look at the making requests phrases. So please don't forget to send. Please don't forget to send. So first one, please don't forget to send. Please don't forget to send. We stress those words, big stress on send. Please don't forget to send. Also, any linking there? Well, please don't forget to send me. Well, no linking, but definitely a t there, right? Please don't forget to send. Again, please don't forget to send. Next one though. We wondered if you could. We wondered if you could. Stress here. We wondered if you could. Linking to wondered if. We wondered if you could. Wondered if you could. What's happening with you could here? It's more like you could. You could. We wondered if you could. We wondered if you could go. We wondered if we could go. One more time. We wondered if you could go. Could go. Could go. The week could. The next one. I was wondering if you would be able to. I was wondering if you would be able to. So, was wondering if you would be able to. I was wondering if you would be able to. Lots of linking there. Was wondering if you would. So, was wondering if you would be able to. Lots of stress sounds there. Lots of weak ones too. You would, you would, you would be able to. It's not you would, it's more you would, you would, you would be able to. So, you would, similar to you could, you would be able to, you would be able to. All right, and the last one here, can we do it? Can we do it? So, can we becomes more like can we? Can we do it? So, stress on do, and this one is can. Can we do it? Can we do it? Okay guys, let's move on. Okay guys, so let's try and imagine now how we can use these phrases in a real situation. I want you to imagine that you are trying to book a holiday. You're trying to book a holiday and you're calling maybe the owner of a hotel, okay? Or talking to the owner of a hotel, or maybe talking to an airline or anything like that. What requests might you make? And maybe, would you make any offers, or would you be happy to do something? Imagine a conversation with maybe a hotel owner or an airline where you're trying to book a trip. Use these phrases to make polite requests, make general inquiries, and make offers. And then imagine, what would the hotel owner say? Would they agree? Would they say, yeah, I don't see why not, that's okay. So let's imagine a conversation using these phrases. And pause this video and think. Off you go. Okay guys, so we talked about those phrases, but now let's take a look at some other expressions we heard in the conversation. We can see them here. It's a good earner, show them how it's done, name your price. I've got some old friends coming up from London, and yeah, I suppose you could say that. Now I've highlighted some of those words are a bit stronger. These are important words in the phrase. I'd like you to match them with these hints below. We'll do one together. So it's a good earner. Now the guy who runs the the guy who runs the fishing trips, he said, oh, it's a good earner. This one here means it's a good way to make money. It's a good earner. It's a good way to make money. So E for that one. How about the rest of them? Let's match these words and phrases with the hints below. Okay, so number 2, show them how it's done. Show them how it's done. This one here means to teach someone how to do something. So that's D here. Show someone how it's done. Teach someone how to do something. How about the next one then? Name your price. So name your price means to say how much you would like to be paid. So for this one, that would be A. Say how much you want to be paid. Name your price. This one too. I've got some old friends coming up. So I've got some friends coming up. I've got friends coming up. It means some people are coming to visit you. So for that one, that is C. So I've got family coming up from London. They're coming from that place. I've got friends, old friends maybe, coming up from London, from a city, from wherever, coming up from. They're visiting you. And the last one here, yeah, I suppose you could say that. This phrase here kind of means to agree with someone, but not too strongly. Just, yeah, sure, whatever, yeah. I suppose you could say that. That would be B. Okay, so let's take a look at our pronunciation. So it's a good earner. It's a good earner. So small stress on good, big stress on earner. Also a bit of linking as well. Good earner. It's a good earner. We join the D and the E. It's a good earner. This one too. Show them how it's done. How it's done. The W sound here joins the I, doesn't it? How it's done. And we stress how it's done. Show them how it's done. Cool. How about the next one? Name your price. Stress here. Name your price. Name your price. So how much do you want? And this one too. I've got some old friends coming up from London. I've got some old friends coming up from London. Big stress on up. I've got some old friends coming up from London. The last one, I suppose you could say that. I suppose you could say that. Big stress on that one. I suppose you could say that. Also a stress on say. I suppose you could say that. Okay guys, well done. Now I hope that was useful for you. We had lots of phrases for making requests and asking people for help, things like that. For responding to requests too. Very useful in a variety of situations. Also we had some various words and phrases that we heard in the listening. So I've been Lee from Proper English Online, and there'll be some more pre-intermediate lessons coming very soon. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.